looking at somebody and coming from a place of giving like unconditionally, and it's what can you instill in others? Like, I mean, will that inspire others to give? Like, it's like when I give to you, I don't need you to give back to me. You can give to other people. There's going to be other people that will give to me. And it's like really cool to see, just to be in this constant cycle and circle of people of just giving, and to have that energy, because it's very uplifting. Like everybody wins, and
Always.
there's really no such thing as like a win-lose situation.
With generosity. No.
It's all just a win-win. And it's like, and when both sides win, like the wins just compound. Like there's just so much more to go around, and there's always plenty to go around. I mean, that's just...
People don't realize that, specifically God told the Jewish people, he set up a system of generosity, which is if there's poor here and you see them, and you're getting your grain and harvest, and if anything falls to the ground, it's theirs. And God would continue to tell the wealthy, like, this is what you need to do, and I will bless you because of your generosity. I will use you to help the poor, and I will.
Wow.
And then the Jubilee is a big one that people don't understand, like why it's such a big deal. I think it's every 50 years that they would reset all the debts, which means if your brother owed you something, or a family member, or some poor person, that everybody's debts would be reset. So God had this ingrained in the Jewish people that he established at the time, whether you agree with me or not, but the Jewish God, okay, Yahweh, he established principles of generosity and resetting debt, and creating a community of people that if you have resources, you give because I will fill up your cup. So you're not giving out of lack. It's actually tied into like gravity. You give and I will literally fill you up. Because what I love about God, in my opinion, God is a God of community. So God could just give to the poor person. But God wants you to experience the process of partnering with him to give that poor person so you can experience joy. God is a God of community. There's joy in community. And God can do anything for just one person by himself. He could just handle it. But he likes to work just like we like community. And so I think what you find, to me, when you find that generosity of giving, it is literally ingrained like gravity. You just understand it, that God has said that's good. And when there's a community of generosity, everyone wins. And that would solve a lot of problems, for real. But you're tapping into me, in my perspective, right? I'm not telling you yours, but my perspective, you're tapping into something that God has put in as real as oxygen, that you're tapping into something divine. You don't know what it is, but you're saying that just makes me happy. It's joyful. It's community. It's win-win. Yeah, God designed that a long time ago, and he told his people to do it. Not that people don't do it, but he told his people to do it. And he created an entire kind of government system around that, so that the poor would be taken care of. And it was supposed to be done through the blessing of the rich, which is what is the opposite of what we got. You got, not everybody, but, rich are like, I've earned my money. But if you really believe that it comes from God, all things come from God, you're going to be more generous with it, And I'm around wealthy people that know that everything comes from God, and they're 10 times more blessed. It says, what's the point of stacking up all the freaking hay in your barn? And creating more barns to stack up more hay, when I'm going to require your life of you tonight, and it's going to be robbed and stolen by other people. Wouldn't it have been much better if you would have took had the one barn and used the other barns to take care of people that needed it? I think the only reason people aren't generous is because they think they're going to run out. It's a scarcity mindset. Well, I've earned this money, and if I give it away or help people, I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose what I earned. I'm never going to get it back. God says, no, actually, you give generously, and I'm going to fill you up more than you could ever imagine.
How can someone shift from scarcity to abundance?
That's hard for me to talk about because it depends on what day you find me. I just feel like if you don't believe in something infinite, it's impossible, because you live in a scarcity mindset. You're thinking about finite lack of. All the billionaires that are like, oh, there's not enough resources for all these people, so let's just do population control, and their solution is let's kill everyone else, not themselves. Let's kill everyone else and make sure there's enough resources. Well, they're already have the majority of the resources, right? Human nature. Yeah. How do you go from that to, no, I have more than enough to help as many people as possible because God's blessed me? I personally don't know how to do it without an understanding of there being a divine, infinite source that is kind and actually wants to help you as you step into possibility. I believe on the other side of that dark road is God. And if God's on the other side of my dark road, then I'll be okay. But if I don't know what's on the other side of the dark road and I only am relying on myself and I have a finite mind and finite resource, I don't know how you do it. I don't. Honestly don't. I just know if I have an infinite God, there's infinite possibility. I'm not an infinite human, but I serve a God that can turn two loaves of bread and 3 fish into feed 5,000. So I have the faith to believe that if you want me to feed the 5,000, I don't need to have 5,000 pieces of fish. I just need to be tapped into a God who does, who can duplicate what I have. So abundance comes from, I don't have everything, but I have enough. And if you bless it, it can be infinite. It can be infinite.